to IFRA President, Vice President, Goyal sir, my sincere thanks, my uncle Abari for inviting me to present this paper. And I am also very much thankful to Ms. Shalini Madam because she has taken a lot of strength to amend the paper and to fine-tune the paper. Thank you very much, Madam. And as regards this paper, improving the recycled pulp yield by retaining inherent stock of waste paper. Before commencing the paper, I would like to remember my past experience and my starting stage in JK Paper Mills. So I started my career in JK Paper Mill. ये वक्त में मेरे को ये उचित लग रहा है कि हमारा लीजेंड्स स्टॉलवर्ड्स इन द पेपर इंडस्ट्री ऐसे जैन सर, डॉक्टर बी.एल. बिहारी सर, उनका स्मरण कर रहा हूँ। और सबसे पहले जो है उस समय मैं काम नहीं किया था पीके नंदा सार इज वेरी रेप्यूटेड पर्सन एंड लोग उनके बारे में बहुत सारे कहानी बोलते थे। हम ऐसा सुनते थे कि instead of seeing the production in the paper machine, first we go to the laboratory and the effluent side and he will check what is the fiber losses, what is the quality of the effluent. वो यही बोल रहे थे कि पहला प्रोडक्शन देखने का पहला पोल्यूशन का और एफ्लुएंट के एंगल में क्या क्या वेस्ट में जा रहे हैं। इसी चीज के ऊपर में मेरे को याद आ रहे कृष्णन साहब जो बोले थे ऑब्जर्व, मॉनिटर एंड कंट्रोल। तो ये चीज में ये हो रहा है कि एफ्लुएंट का क्वालिटी क्या है, उसमें हम लोग क्या लॉस कर रहे हैं और उसको कैसा प्रिवेंट करना है, उसका बाद कैसा कंट्रोल करना है, ये सब चीज का ऊपर में मेरे को भी थोड़ा ख्याल लगा था। Why don't I make a paper to save the starch as an inherent material in the waste paper, particularly in the kraft paper. As you people all know about the kraft paper manufacture, in earlier days there was no side press. Only in the wet they used to run with 4-5 rows sizing and other things. But when the demand has come for packaging paper to improve the strength, naturally people have augmented the facilities with the side press and they have gone for a better opportunity to use the side press to incorporate starch in the paper, thereby to increase the burst factor and certain valuable properties of the paper. Ultimately what is happening is, first we have to check what is the input of the starch. So as we know, most of the starch 4 to 5% minimum and even up to 10% maximum, it is all coming in the cycles operation. One minute. It is mostly coming for minimum 3 to 4% in the cycles and even up to for higher PF paper, 8% also starch gas accumulated. In addition to that, some kind of packaging paper like corrugated paper and all, they are using the starch or dextrin type of materials externally to make the gumming of the corrugation and the liner kraft, corrugated and the liner kraft papers together. So ultimately, when this kind of other raw materials coming into the paper making system, the total quantity of starch is not less than 8 to 10%. So there is a word to say, input is the culprit sometimes, and sometimes if you are making use of that one, input is also money if you are able to save it. So in this aspect, so these slides are very nominal slides because everybody know about the side press operation and everybody know about the different kinds of side presses. Because most of the people are stalwarts in the paper industry and they are well oriented about this subject, I think probably it is only just filling the space and there is nothing to explain about the side presses. And this is about how the corrugation paper is made. It is only technical just to explain that how the corrugation paper is made. Now let us come to the subject, actual subject. And what is the source of this starch and other things? We have seen it. In the most paper, when it is coming the waste paper, liner kraft, mixed kraft material, all kinds of kraft papers. So it is having different inputs of starch. which is coming as a cyclist ingredient, or else which is coming as a corrugation material, or else sometimes it is a surface coated also, but coated paper mostly are not used in the liner craft and brown papers. So these papers, when it is coming into the system, invariably it will go to the mill water system, that is circulation water system, and total backwater system. So there is one thing to say. I would like to say that एक कहावत है, खरवाली को देखना पालक का, उसका आगे में घर को देख, घर बहुत साफ सुथरा है, खरवाली तो बहुत अच्छी है. ऐसा मत है, हम लोग का हाउसकीपिंग मेंटेनेंस सब कुछ अच्छा रहेगा तो एवरीथिंग विल बी गुड. ऐसा नहीं कि कोच के कारपेट का नीचे घुसा रहेगा तो वी आर मास्किंग इट. लाइक दैट the system, a problem should be totally eliminated. We should not suppress the problem. So, as I told, whatever the starch it is present in the paper, when it is flushed in the pulper, so this starch gets debonded through bacteria. These bacteria mostly in the paper making system, either it is pseudomonas bacteria or bacillus bacteria. These bacteria, when the food material is there, they cultivate and they multiply and they make the system nuisance. So, a simple example is, if a decayed wood or dampened wood is there, on that some fungus material or some mushrooms will develop and it will further decay the wood by generating some enzymes like ligninases, cellulases, some kind of enzymes which will degrade that part of the wood material and utilize it as a food material for the growth of that organism. Similar way, these microbes, bacteria and all, they create the enzymes and release to the water system. This is called exoenzymes. So these exoenzymes liberated to the water system, they will dislodge the starch particles and they will make the starch decompose in the due course of time. So if this starch got decomposed, it will produce the viral fatty acids and other problems. That is one direct effect. And another indirect effect is when the starch is consumed by bacteria, because bacteria has to mount on the surface, it will make the colonies and that colonies of the bacteria ultimately become slime. So there are two dimensional effects. One is odor problem, which is sensory, and another problem is slime problem, which is a production loss to paper breaks and other things. So, what is the cellulose? What is the starch? What are the differences and all? So, cellulose is a linear polymer of glucogenous with 1,4 glucosidic bonds. So, any polymer, if it is a linear polymer, it will have the fiber length and it is used for weaving like nylon textile fibers or cotton fibers. So any linear fiber, it will have the morphological structure of fibrous structure. And if it is a branched structure, it will have a amorphous structure or granular structure like starch granules. So here we are seeing the three components. One is cellulose, the other one is starch, the third one is glycogen. What is the role of these things? As we all know, in the childhood days we have studied the botany also, the cellulose is a structural component to enhance the strength of the tree. So it is just like skeletal mechanism like bones in the animals and human beings. These cellulose fibers will strengthen the trees and fiber. And starch, because of the photosynthesis action, whatever the starch produced, it is a food material for the storage purpose. In the case of plants, starch is a food material, and in the case of animals, glycogen is the storage material, that is the source of energy. But when it comes to the paper and it is used for the paper making purpose, if it is not properly taken care of, it will become a source of nuisance. So typically, if you take the slushed pulp, but this is you can find the starch granules. The simple method of identification is we put some starch iodine indicator. It will give a bluish color and we can identify the starch granules. These extra enzymes which I am talking about, these enzymes typically bring the cleavage in the chain length of these starch molecules and it will degrade to simple components. These simple components are sugars, low molecular weight carbohydrates, ultimately glucose, and next glucose volatile fatty acids, which are precursors of the methane gas generation. So these are anaerobic conditions if prevail in the system. These things will become nuisance to the paper making system. So like that, the way starch gets degraded, similar way destiny, which is incorporated in the packaging paper in the carton boxes and all, that also will get decomposed by enzymes of alpha amylase. So out of all, whether it is starch or destiny, it is creating a nuisance and problem to the paper making system. In addition to that, as rightly told earlier, how many times we can recycle the paper? Say 7 times. Why 7 times? Because when we are making the pulp repeatedly, we are getting the maximum of 80% of the yield only. 15% we are not getting the yield. That 15% it is perishing in the system. So, do we think that material is getting vanished to the atmosphere? We cannot create the mass, we cannot destroy the mass. Like that, whatever it is happening last, it is become unworthy fiber segments or small particulates which are not fit for the paper making. That's why when every time we are using the 15% of the yield, ultimately 15 into 7 almost near to 100. So that's why the theory has come that we can recycle the paper only 7 times. So when these starch components are got degraded in the backwater system, can we analyze this one? They have made some enzymatic test methods to evaluate the starch presence and the starch quantification in the backwater system in different stages. So these analysis methods have shown that in the diluted water starch component is 0.5 to 1.5 in different stages, hydrocarbon stage 1.5 and another stage is critical stage 1%, 1 grams per liter. So these are the figures are only tentative figures. What happens is how much starch liberated in the system, circulation water system, it purely depends on the amount of bacteria present in the system circulation and the quantity of the starch present in the paper. These things, in addition to that, the key point is, एक सिंपल एग्जाम्पल बोल रहा हूँ सर. अभी हम लोग लंच आवर में 15 मिनट या 20 मिनट भी है तो होटल वाला को फायदा है, क्योंकि उतना टाइम में खाना खाने में वक्त नहीं लगता है, सफिशिएंट टाइम नहीं मिलता है. ज़्यादा टाइम लगेगा तो होटल वाला को नुकसान है. सिमिलर वे इधर पे क्या हो रहा है, when the system, flow system from pulper stage to paper making stage, how much is the residence time? If the longer the residence time, there is more scope for the bacteria to multiply, take the food and create the problem. If the system is small wells, it is a lesser time. So what is happening is, if you push the material as fast as possible, probably a little bit we are overcoming the problem in a better way. But that is not the right solution. What we say ultimately is, any problem, if we do not control the root cause and we are simply using some chemicals, we are suppressing the problem. We are not eliminating the problem. Earlier I have submitted one paper about the odor control. Longest problem in the odor was similar. So there also I mentioned that starch is a basic food material for the bacteria because of anaerobic conditions in bacteria action. This starch products and other food materials it is getting decomposed and it is producing the volatile fatty acids. Similarly, aluminum sulfates and other sulfate acid is producing hydrogen sulfate and which is giving the other problems. That time we have used various options. How to control the odor problem, how to come out of this problem, and this is all chemical means what we have discussed about. So trigen complexes, some kind of different chemicals to absorb the hydrogen sulfate gas to mask the volatile fatty acids. These are all not the exact remedies. If we know the cause, we remove the cause. We have to do it definitely. But the thing is, जो पहला है वो उसी को पढ़ाई क्रिएट करना है, बाद में करना है तो पॉकेट से खर्चा हो रहा है बट सेटिस्फेक्शन ज़्यादा नहीं मिल रहा है. इसलिए थिंग इज इफ यू अलाउ द स्टार्च वी आर फेसिंग द प्रॉब्लम. हियर आई हैव गिवन अ सिंपल स्लाइड व्हिच इज शोइंग दैट
Dr. Panth, you can keep an eye here.
I missed it. Okay, sorry. Because of this brain obstruction, I couldn't see. Completely, sir. So, what is happening is, this starch, when we are postulating to the paper, we are getting the money. If we are neglecting it, we are allowing it to the backwater system. Because of the bacterial action, we are getting the slide and we are getting the order products. When the order products proliferate, we are losing the market. So ultimately, what is the context what we are doing it? So here we have selected the three ways. These genesis of the ideas come from the corona time. So when we were trying for the disinfections and all, so that idea is sparked, and we thought that by using the sodium hypochlorite, or else by using the sodium chloride with some acid like acetic acid or citric acid, so or else oxalic acid, by reaction of chloride and citric acid, we generate the chlorine dioxide in a required level in the 100% stage. Thereby we can eradicate the bacteria, and in addition to that, by using some metallic ions like zinc and other things, we can inhibit the enzyme action also. So thereby in one stage we can control the bacterial growth and enzyme action. In the second stage, to give the longer effect, if we give in the backwater system, we give some sodium hypochlorite, sodium hydroxide and ammonia, we produce the chloramines, and compared to the chlorine dioxide, the longevity of the chloramines in the backwater system and circulate water system is more than 48 hours. If we stoichiometrically give the chemical components and generate 1 to 2 ppm of the chloramines, it will be excellent effect. The third stage, if we take the hydrogen peroxide and some silver nitrate, we produce the nano silver particles. This we surface spray it. Whatever the paper produced, when it is going to the market, there will not be any further scope of decomposition of the starch, because the silver ion and the hydrogen peroxide, it is killing any remnant bacteria and it is creating the losses. So ultimately, what I would like to say is, prevention is better, and by postulating the starch, what we are getting the benefit. Suppose peppermints are using 3 to 5% of the starch, and if you are able to save even at least 3% also, at the current rate of starch of native starch, say 20 rupees per kg also, if you are able to save 30 kgs into 20 rupees plus 100 tons per day production, we are getting a gain of 60,000 rupees per day. This is a direct cash reward. In addition to that, the further benefit is we are able to control the swine growth, we are able to control the order progress, so there is a good market rapport, there is a good feedback from the market. So these case studies we have conducted as a freelancer myself, and with support from Balaji Performance Chemicals, financial support. I was able to conduct the trials, and both the mills were happy, and they are getting very good feedback, and they implemented the scheme. Unlike any multinational companies, I asked them to procure the given list of chemicals and implement as per the suggestions and according to the given calculations. So they implemented it how to speaking and all. So with this, I would like to say that if this scheme is implemented, government will be benefited. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.